They say Phoenix sun doesn't warm you, it judges. And if you've ever felt it beat down while you're stuck at a red light in a city that pretends not to see you, you know exactly what I mean. So there I was, rolling through town in my brand new red Jaguar. I pace quiet, as a secret, clean as a confession, and sticking out like a protest sign in a Bank Labino playlist. Just the hum of rubber on pavement, and the kind of breeze you only get when you crack the window and pretend you're not being watched. That car? My reward after months buried so deep in undercover cyber ops, I sometimes forgot my own name. Layers of encryption pulled apart, dirty money traced, and finally, for once, nothing to hide from. But let me tell you, in a place like Phoenix, driving a red Jag when your skin says you grew up 2 zip codes over, you might as well staple a target to your forehead. And sure enough, 2 blocks from the freeway, here comes a black and white patrol car, silent as a hunting cat. No sirens. No hurry, just patience and power, keeping pace behind me. You ever get that feeling like the air in your lungs is borrowed? I watch them in the rear view, the way a deer watches the brush for movement, then boom, lights. Blue, red, blue, like a private disco for folks who don't get to leave the party early. I signal, pull over smooth as you please, showtime. See, I know this routine better than my own birthday. Hand where they can see 'em, eyes front, make every move slow enough for even the most nervous rookie to feel in control. They step out, one built like a retaining wall, face already sunburnt and bored. Rick Landon. His partner, Chase Burke, wears a smirk so practiced you can tell he's already written the ending in his head. License and registration, Landon says, deadpan, as if it's not already a hassle for him. License is in my purse, registration's in the glove box. Gonna reach for them, okay? I keep my voice neutral, like I'm ordering coffee. Go ahead, Burke says, eyes not on me, but on the stitching of my car's seats, the glint of my watch, the things that don't add up in his head. Papers in hand, Burke gives me a look. You drive this, he says, one brow cocked. Picked it up yesterday. Celebration. I answer, and before I can add for making out alive, Landon cuts in. What for? Federal contract, I say. Cyber intel. But he's not asking for real. He's already decided. You can hear it in the way he taps the papers, his mind running zip codes and skin tone against the make and model. Landon leans in. We've had reports of stolen luxury cars in this area. Mine stepping out. His partner already motioning to the tow truck that just, oh so conveniently, happens to be idling across the street. You ever feel yourself become a prop in someone else's play? You've got the paperwork. I say calm, but it doesn't matter. That wasn't a suggestion. Burke snaps, and the joke is gone. I step out, ends visible, chin up, voice steady. You're profiling, I say, and you're doing it without cause. Landon doesn't blink. Turn around. Hands on the hood. That's the script, and the cuffs go on tight, enough to mark their territory. The tow truck moves in, practiced, precise, rehearsed. My car rises on the ramp, a prize for the winners. They don't even bother to check the plate, run the tags, or call dispatch. Burke snaps photos, 2 angles, just enough for the Craigslist ad. Landon unhooks the cuffs with a grunt. No arrest. Not today. But don't push your luck. I adjust my sleeves, stare him down. Clock's ticking. Officers. They don't know it, but my car's sending a silent ping. GPS, audio, vinyl live in a Homeland Security console 3 states away. See, this wasn't just about a car. This was the next phase of a game they didn't know they were playing. By the time I'm in the back of a Homeland SUV, Sarah Dunn, me partner, analyst, truth diggerous, already tapping away at an encrypted laptop. They never ran the plates, she says, voice low. Tow truck in place before you even stopped. Standard racket, I reply. Target the driver, grab the car, flip the Titlino oversight. She nods, pulls up a map. 5 red dots and pound lots, shadow garages. All the same cycle. Grab tow title cell. 37 luxury SUVs, all black or Hispanic drivers, 0 prosecutions. They move in, quick 12 hours to storage, 48 to auction, Sarah mutters, typing faster. Red Jags pinging from East Phoenix Lot 7, but they're shifting it. Pull events from Phoenix Fleet, scan Southwest titles, mark shell companies. I order, and her fingers fly. We're building a web 1 car at a time. Elaine Bryce from Internal Affairs walks in, sharp as a paper cut. I lay out the evidence logs, maps, timestamps. She scans the file. This is systemic, she says, not even shocked. You have access? I'm ghost-deleted, I admit. After I exposed their last op, they erased me from the system. Institutional cover-up, she mutters. This isn't just rogue officers, it's a network. We track the cars Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. All tied to the same shell buyers. But here's the twist, the one you didn't see coming. The federal director who authorized these seizures? Vernon Hale. And the precinct captain running the show? Caleb Straude. Good men on paper, but their signatures are all over the shell company trail. Sarah's drone pings. The Jaguar's moved satellite shows it under lock and key in Tucson. 2 unmarked SUVs, masked men scanning vents. They're coding this car as non-evidence, bypassing audit rails, Sarah says. Elaine curses. This is a shell game at the highest level. But I'm not just chasing cars, I am chasing a system that launders power through paperwork. We need a face, not just data, so we find Jordan Price 19, kid from the South Side. They took my car, never called it in, never showed paperwork, he tells us, eyes too tired for his age. 2 weeks later, my friend spots it on Instagram, new paint, new tags. He hands over video, screenshots. Is this why no one helped us? Because they already knew? I promise him his story's going public. The next move comes fast. Straude tries to move the Jag out of state, filing under some obscure interagency training Clause 1, last legal loophole. Elaine goes full throttle. Subpoenas, marshals, press leaks. By dawn, we're at a compound in New Mexico Jaguar under a canvas for other high-end cars, all tagged for diplomatic use. We find a voice recorder under my seat, Straude bragging about how cars on the training manifest are untouchable. Elaine holds up the federal warrant, assets frozen, marshals tagging vehicles, Sarah uploading everything. By 10 a.m., the story explodes: red cars, blue badges, black money, and it's wildfire. Straude goes down, calm as a man who thinks the game's still his. You're making a mistake. This is bigger than you. Maybe, I tell him, but you forgot who writes the logs. Hale's clearance is pulled. I drive my Jaguar Hominy name on the title, keys in my hand. No applause, just silence. I listen to my father's old voicemail. They can take your job, your car, but not your voice usage. So I do. Congress opens a federal review. Homeland audits every protocol. Stories pour in from every state, same scam, different badge. By the time the dust settles, the red Jaguar's back with me, untouched, and I join a civilian oversight board. No gun, no badge, just records and voices. I sleep with the windows open for the first time in years, no alarms. Just a city that, for once, knows it's being watched not by the system, but by its people. Now I gotta ask, what do you think? Was it just bad apples? Or is the orchard rotten? Do we trust a badge? Or do we trust the folks willing to expose what's under it? Share your thoughts, because stories like this don't end unless someone keeps talking.